Hey guys, what's going on? It's Adam the Science Tutor, and today we're going to be talking about the facial expression muscles. And so, just to give you guys a little baseline, I'm going through them right now, but the functions is essentially to control the closing and opening of our facial openings. So, think of the eye, the mouth, the nose. The secondary function is to do facial expressions, and they all come from our brachial arches. We talked about that in our Save Vase chart video, which I could put the link to. So keep in mind, they all have bone origins, and they have soft tissue insertions, which allow us to do the expressions. So our bone inserts are our bone origins, and then it inserts onto these soft tissues, allowing movement to occur. These are all going to be innervated by our facial nerve and branches from them as well. So let's get started. Our first one we're going to start with is going to be our frontalis muscle. So the frontalis muscle is right here. It's like your forehead muscle, and it allows us to move our forehead. You can do this if your frontalis muscle is pretty strong, but that's your frontalis muscle. So it allows us to move our forehead, and it pulls our eyebrows up. So that's our frontalis muscle. So not too bad there. Our next muscle is going to be our Corrugator Suprasili muscle. So that's found right here. It's not the entire gap because you see that little small space I left, but Corrugator Suprasili, and it allows us to frown or pinch our eyebrows in. So it pulls our eyebrows in. So think of like what is his name? Liam Neeson. He has some big Corrugator Suprasili muscles. In pink, we're gonna do the procerus muscle. The procerus muscle is going to help pull and wrinkle the nose as well. So Liam Neeson as well. So cool. Let's see what color we pick this time. Okay, so all the way around our eye, we're going to be the Orbicularis Oculi. Can you guys guess what it does? It helps us close and open our eyes. So very easy. Orbicularis Oculi. That was very hard for me to remember at first initially. Think of it as orbicularis, like orbit. So orbit, and we're gonna have two orbicularis muscles in our face. We're gonna have the Orbicularis Oculi and the Orbicularis Oris, but we'll get to the Oris in just a bit. But yeah, open and close the eye. Our next muscle is gonna be like a transverse muscle. It's gonna be the nasalis muscle, and that just kind of covers the nose. It helps us move our nose a bit, but it doesn't really have too much of an exact facial expression. Next one is my favorite one. It's probably the hardest one to remember, and it's going to be called the Levator Lay Superficialis aliqui nasi, and it's going to help us flare our nostrils. So flaring the nostrils. So it connects from our tear duct to about our middle portion of our lip. So if we break this word down, levator means above the lip, lay means it's going to be the middle of the lip. So Levator Lay Superficialis because it's superficial, and then aliqui nasi. I'm not quite sure what that means, but if I had to guess, it would mean our nostrils. So let's go on to our next one. The next one's pretty easy. So with that being said, Levator Lay. So this one's going to connect also to the middle of our lip, and it's going to be called Levator Lay Superficialis because it's above the lip. Levator Lay is for lip, middle lip, and superficialis because it's superficial. Levator Lay Superficialis. And Levator Lay Superficialis is going to help us smile and a bit of our snarl. Now we have the Zygomaticus major and minor. So the one I drew in black right now is our minor, because minors always sit above the major. Keep that in mind. That works for all anatomy. So Zygomaticus minor, then major, and these are coming around here, and that's going to help us snarl. So it's the Elvis. I can't really snarl my left side or my right side. Y'all are looking at me from the left. But I can't really snarl from this side. I mean, I guess I have weak muscles over there, weak Zygomaticus muscles over there, but snarl. And you have two. So keep in mind you have two, and they go up to the zygomatic bone, which is helps with the naming as well. Then we're gonna do this one. This one's kind of a cool muscle and sits a little deeper. It's gonna be called the risorius muscle. I don't like the name of it. It's kind of hard to remember, but the risorius muscle, it helps with the smirk. Risorius muscle, cool. And that color is kind of hard to see on the light blue, but I'm gonna go back over that later in the video, over in dark green. But risorius muscle helps you smirk. Now, a muscle that's not drawn on or not shown in this diagram, I'm gonna draw for you guys, but it's gonna come off your the middle of your lip, and it's gonna come up and out, and or not the middle of your lip, my bad, the corner of your lip and up and out, and this is gonna be your levator anguli oris. So that's gonna be a new one for us, levator. Like I said, it's above that means it's above the lip or going above the lip. Anguli means corner of the lip, so that's in contrast to our labi. So levator anguli oris, oris because it's your mouth. Levator anguli oris. In purple here, we're going to be doing our next orbicularis muscle. So orbicularis oris helps us close and open the mouth. Cool. Orbicularis oris. Oris, once again, is for mouth. Orbicularis, think of orbit. I think I'm running out of colors to use here. That light blue is kind of hard to work with. So next muscle in play, I believe is going to be the next anguli muscle. Yes, it is. Okay, so this one, it goes, notice how it goes from the corner of the mouth and downward. So it's going to be called depressor because depressor is opposite of levator. Depressor anguli oris because it's coming from the angle of the mouth down. Depressor anguli oris, and that's going to help with our, watch how my muscles pulling. It's like our pouting face. I don't make that face very often too, so pouty. All right, so that's our depressor anguli oris, and then we're gonna have one more in here, or I guess 2 or 3 more. But this one here is gonna be more medial, and this is gonna be our it's our depressor labi inferioris. Labi because it's going in the middle of the lip, not the angle of the lip. It's going in the middle of the lip. Depressor because it's going down, and inferioris because it's inferior to the mouth. So depressor, it's going down, labi because it's middle of the lip, and inferioris because it's below the mouth. Depressor, labi, inferioris. Let's get a pretty yellow going. Sunshine state. I'm pretty sure the next one is going to be the mentalis. So mentalis is right on the chin. That was correct. All right, cool. So you have the mentalis muscle, which is on both sides of the chin, and it's on the mental bone, which makes sense. So the mentalis muscle is right here, and that helps pull the lip out. So the mentalis muscle. That's just on the chin. So that's the chin. So this next muscle in here I'm going to be talking about is a little deeper, or much deeper, and it's called the buccinator muscle, and we can kind of see it in this gap that they created in this diagram, but it's called the buccinator muscle, and it's kind of think of like a bunny, or it helps us chew the food a bit, and it helps us allows us, it doesn't help us chew the food, it helps us push the food back, excuse me, and it helps us with the motion or the facial expression of this. So when you blow your cheeks out, that's the buccinator muscle. Then up top in this dark pink, or purple, hot pink maybe, it's going to be our auricular muscles. So some people don't include this part of the facial expression muscles, but some people can move their ears. So it's going to be, it's a 3-portion muscle. You're going to have your anterior, superior, and posterior auricularis muscles. So anterior, posterior, anterior, superior, and posterior. There's 3 muscles. Some people can wiggle their ears with those muscles in conjunction. I can't, so I can't display it for you guys, but that is what it is. This next muscle in here is my least favorite of them all. It's the platysmal muscle, and it helps you do an ugly facial expression, where you like flail out your neck. So platysma. So cool. Thank you guys for watching and tuning in. That is the facial expression muscles. And that pretty much sums up the video, but platysma muscle, ugly.